So today we're going to be planting out my artichokes. So I left these outside to get some rain and acclimated to the outside, but they got so waterlogged that I need to get these planted out right away. So I'm creating a spot in my garden for these. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a go. I have an idea of what I might want to do. So come along with me. We're going to go ahead and look at this potential area that may work well. This is the side of my cut flower garden, and it's unused space for kind of a walkway to get through to the other side of all my plants. However, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use that to grow artichokes because it's a wasted space, I believe. I don't even use it for a walkway. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this area with dirt and start planting some artichokes. Come along with me and let's see how this turns out. So now it's time to plant the artichoke. So they're really well rooted and they're so ready to be planted in the ground. Here I did a small portion of dirt. I filled it a little bit to see if I have the right depth to go ahead and plant these artichokes. And so far, I think that this will work just fine. I'll add compost after I'm done over top of the soil so that as it rains, it will start saturating the roots. I don't want the compost or fertilizer by the roots yet because it's still a young plant, so I'm going to do it over top. Then after they get more established, I'll go ahead and start mulching around it. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill the rest up with dirt, and then we'll get the remainder of the artichokes in the ground. All right, so now I got all the artichokes in ground. I went ahead and filled everything up with dirt and then put all my plantings in. However, I did them a little too close to each other. They're about a foot apart from each other, which is fine. I just needed them out of their waterlogged containers so that I could get them in the ground. And then when they get bigger and I need to space them further apart, I will do that. I initially wanted to go ahead and get them planted 3 to 5 feet apart initially. However, it is cold out here still in Oregon. I know it's spring, but it doesn't feel like spring over here. So I still have this part to go ahead and weed out and fill up with soil. However, I'm just going to leave this the way it is right now. And again, just replant once I get to that part of the garden. I'm just incrementally pacing myself because I know if I do everything all at once, I'll get overwhelmed and not come back. So I just take little steps at a time, and that way I'm able to make great gains. So quick side note, I wanted to talk about how you plan out your garden. It is so important that you not only think about the plants in the garden, you think about the gardener in the garden. And be very kind to yourself in your footprint of what this is going to look like. So here I have a path for myself, and this allows me to go ahead and put like a planting mat, like a sitting mat, to be able to reach each side of the garden bed. Also, since I'm planting on the side of the garden bed where all the artichokes are at, I'm still going to be able to stand in that aisle, in that where the pebble stones are at. I will be able to harvest my artichokes from there because I have a place to stand. Also, I'm thinking about interplanting some vining plants or possibly some sunflowers up here, so I'm able to harvest those as well because I'm able to touch the netting for the vining plants or the sunflower. So if you have any suggestions as to what to interplant with artichoke, that would be wonderful. I'm new to artichoke this year, so any advice really is helpful. Although I am new to artichoke, I did start these from seed and they did end up sprouting really well. Hopefully the waterlogging incident didn't kill them. Hopefully they'll be able to come back from that and start a strong life. But these are perennials. They'll come back every year. So I'm really excited about this. Well, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you really like videos like this, I hope you'll consider subscribing. But I will see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.